Hola Seekers, this is Kim and bienvenidos to another timeless reading. So in this pick a crystal, you will be receiving 3 different messages. One coming from your spirit guides, the second message will be from your higher self, and the third message will be from any being of light who wishes to communicate with you at this moment. So for example, this being of light could be an archangel, an ancestor, a loved one who is on the other side, or possibly even the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. Now, all of these messages are intended to answer the question, what is it that they are trying to tell you? So what is it that your spirit guides, your higher self, or this being of light is or has been trying to tell you? So since this question is quite vague, it allows for this reading to be utilized in more than one way. So if there is something in specific that you are wondering about, for example, if you keep having the same dream and you feel like this dream is meaningful, that it has a message coming from your higher self or your spirit guides or a being of light, then you can set an intention to get more information about this. What is it that they are trying to tell you through this dream? Or, for example, if you have currently been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, and you get the feeling from whom they're coming from, but you can't really understand what they're about or what they mean, then you can use this reading to help you get a better understanding of what these signs and or synchronicities mean for you specifically. Now, this question, what are they trying to tell you, could pertain to something that is currently happening. So, for example, a recurrent dream or signs, synchronicities that you have been currently seeing, but it could also pertain to something of the past. So, for example, if in the past, a few months ago or even a year ago, let's say, you were seeing a lot of repeated numbers, but you never really understood what that was all about, you can definitely use this reading to help you gain clarity over that. Like, what were these repeated numbers trying to tell me at that time? And you know, universe, spirit, they work in a mysterious way. Time is pretty much an illusion for them. They don't really follow a timeline. So it's possible that something of your past, something that happened or you experienced weeks, months, or even years ago, was intended for you to find its true meaning, not then, but right now. So if you feel called to inquire about something of your past, then it's not without reason. It could very well be purposeful. But with that being said, it's time to pick a crystal or pick your group. So as you can see, we have 3 different crystals on the table. Starting off, representing group 1, we have the raw amethyst. She's a bit dusty, I'm sorry. So we have the raw amethyst. I have her close to the window right next to a plant. So she's always getting dusty because I always have the window open and dust is always coming in. Anyways, moving on to group 2, we have this interesting crystal that I do not know the name of or what crystal it is. So I'm just gonna call her Unknown because she reminded me of the song Into the Unknown for whatever reason. Okay, but here we have Unknown. And for group 3, we have the rose quartz. Okay, so as always, take as much time as you need in order to choose your group. You can pause the video if you need more time. And once you have chosen, then you can head on over to the comment section down below, the top comment, where the timestamps are provided so that you can skip right on over to your reading. Okay, but now that you have chosen, let's get right into your messages. Let's go! Hola Seekers who chose Group 1, the Amethyst, bienvenidos to your reading where you will be receiving 3 different messages. The first message will be coming from your spirit guides, the second message from your higher self, and the third message will be from any being of light who wishes to communicate with you at this moment. So for example, this could be an archangel, an ancestor, a loved one who is in the ethers, or possibly even the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. And all of these messages are intended to answer the question, what is it that they are trying to tell you? So what is it that your spirit guides, your higher self, and or this being of light has been trying to tell you? Now, if you haven't listened to the introduction yet, I do recommend for you to do so because it is there where I give a few examples of how you can utilize this reading in more than one way. Okay, but with that being said, let's get right into your messages. So as always, I will start off with an intuitively channeled message, and then I'll move right into the cards. So when connecting with the energy of this group, the first image that came to mind was that of a bird, a white bird to be more specific. And when I saw this image, the first word or name that came to mind was albatross. So this could be a significant animal or bird. This could possibly even be a spirit animal who is coming through for some of you guys. Or an albatross could be a symbol that your guides, your higher self, or this being of light has been using to communicate with you. Now, I don't know much about this majestic bird. All I know is that they are known to be the masters of soaring flight because they can glide above the ocean for miles and miles without needing to flap their wings. And this actually saves them a lot of energy, allowing them to be in the air for long periods of time. So instead of riding the waves, the albatross rides the ocean winds. So if these facts about the albatross are indeed accurate, then the albatross coming through for you guys makes me think of efficiency, of working with the elements, with your environment, to reap the most reward out of a situation. Because the albatross's journey isn't the easiest, and I assume that they do traverse some very harsh environments. So getting all the help that they can get through learning what their strengths and weaknesses are, as well as learning their environment or situation, is of great benefit to them to help make their journey the less stressful and draining as possible. So if you resonate with the albatross, or the albatross keeps coming up for you guys, this could be a message from spirit that you're either exerting too much of your energy on a situation that doesn't require that much energy from you, be it physically, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually, and you're being advised to take a step back, reclaim your energy, your power, and reevaluate the situation to find a better way to go about this that will not require as much or more from you. Also, I feel like this is a reminder to allow yourself to go a bit more with the flow every now and then. Remember, the albatross doesn't exactly fly, but rather they glide because they ride the ocean winds. If they were to start flying, flapping their wings, trying to control the situation, this act would work against them rather than for them. They would tire much more quickly, and most likely the ocean winds would become an opposition to the albatross rather than a source of support and guidance. Now, the albatross also reminds me of a long journey. So I do feel like those who chose this group have been on a long journey. And this journey can pertain to anything, and I feel it will be different for each one of you because it could be a healing journey, a personal growth journey, self-empowerment journey, a love journey, career journey, spiritual journey, etc. So if you have been on a journey, whatever it may be, and you feel like it's been a long one, then the albatross itself might be a symbol that represents your journey as a whole. Now, I feel a bit hesitant to generalize this because, like I said, everybody's journey pertains to something different and is different on its own. But I do feel like for some of you guys, the reason why this journey has taken so long or has become this long could be due to some form of resistance. And one example that is coming to mind is having this resentment or strong feelings of frustration towards who you are right now or where you are right now, because it's not where you want to be or who you want to be. And so with this example, Spirit is saying you can get from point A to point B without first starting at point A. Because the resources, the transportation that will get you to point B are at point A. So it's sort of like you running from point A, it's like running away from your one-way ticket to point B. And it's okay to be frustrated about your current situation. It's okay to feel what you feel. The message here is more about not letting these feelings keep you from living your life right now, or keep you from enjoying the you who is right now, or seeing the opportunities that are right in front of you, or making the changes that will allow you to grow and to transform, or that will lead you toward that desired outcome or that desired destination. You know, it's sort of like what is coming to mind is the self-love journey, wanting to create self-love, yet wanting to do it with hate, with resentment, with anger, with frustration. Trying to nurture love in that type of environment will create more challenges than not. So one of the messages here is know that you can love yourself right now. Know that you don't have to become or have or be somewhere in order to be worthy of love and respect, especially self-love and self-respect. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards. So I will start off by first pulling out a tarot and oracle card to receive a message from your spirit guides. Actually, I'm going to pull out an oracle card first. Ooh, 2 cards flew out. As I was shuffling the cards, this message came through or came to mind very strongly. Yes, this journey is long, but it is worth it. Your soul wouldn't have guided you on this journey if it wasn't meaningful, if it wasn't worth it. Okay? But 2 cards flew out. This one flipped over, and we have the message, you can be, do, and have anything you want. The world doesn't have to demonstrate it for you to know it. We were speaking about worthiness in the intuitively channeled message. You are inherently worth it. You don't need to do, become, or be anywhere to prove your worth. Who you are right now is everything and more. Looking at this key and this keyhole, the message, the you who is right now is the key to creating abundance, to creating fulfillment, to creating magic. Without this present you, there would be no future you. And it's so interesting how self-love was mentioned, and then we have this huge heart and this cup that reminds me of the Ace of Cups in tarot, which talks about self-love. But look, interestingly enough, inside this heart, right above the overflowing chalice, is a white bird. Now, I know that I specifically mentioned the albatross, but this could be white birds in general. For example, seagulls or doves could be of importance. But white birds in general, they make me think of purity, of peace, and unconditional love. Also of spirit. For me, it is a symbol of spiritual guidance as well as spiritual protection. And I also do feel called to say that for any one of you who has been trying to communicate or connect, or has been wondering about a loved one who is on the other side in the ethers, they might be coming through for you guys in the form of white birds to let you know that they are here with you, that they are or have been listening to your prayers, to let you know that they are okay. And these are meant to be messages coming from your spirit guide, so it's very possible that if you are wondering about a loved one who is on the other side, they could very well be a spirit guide of yours. I do love how we have a butterfly here, because butterflies make me think of transformation. of growth, and that is something that was mentioned in the intuitively channeled message as well. So you are transforming, you are growing, you are making beautiful progress. So this is simply a message of do not be afraid of your own evolution. Do not resist your own transformation and transformative journey. Be open to change because you are ever evolving. There are so many symbols or sigils in this card, so I do feel like this is a confirmation or reassurance that your spirit guides do communicate or reach out to you through symbols, signs, and synchronicities. And I feel like they are often communicating with you. So if you see a lot of signs and synchronicities on a day-to-day basis, or if there is a period of time in which you are bombarded with signs and synchronicities, know that these are coming from your spirit guides. And since we are trying to figure out what is it that they are trying to tell you when you see these signs and synchronicities, please pay close attention to this message, because this could be literally what they are trying to tell you through these signs, symbols, or synchronicities. You can be, do, and have anything you want. The world doesn't have to demonstrate it for you to know it. Okay? And your second message is, endings are always the start of a new beginning. Move forward with courage. And I love how we have this representation of a sunrise, and how this sunrise is illuminating or bringing light into this darkness or dark space. So if you are currently in a dark space, if you are currently in a phase of your journey where you feel a bit discouraged, or it's hard for you to see how things can get better or when they will ever get better, I feel like this is reassurance from your spirit guides that better days are coming, that things aren't always going to feel or look this way, because change is imminent, and change doesn't always have to be or feel unpleasant. Because I do feel like this message is speaking about change and not resisting the change, not resisting endings, because these endings is what will allow you to enter new beginnings, is what will allow you to transform and to grow and to transform your life as well, or the way that you perceive or feel about your own journey. So yes, I do feel like there has been resistance, and this is an encouragement from your spirit guides to start letting go of that resistance little by little. They are not necessarily asking you to be fearless, to have no fear, but they are encouraging you to move forward with courage. I constantly assume that the reason why some people could fear change is because of the uncertainty. It's because of the unknown, not knowing what is waiting for us on the other side. But it has recently come to my attention that no, sometimes we can fear change because we know what is waiting for us on the other side, or we know of one of the possible outcomes. We know what could be awaiting for us on the other side. And so if that happens to be your case, where you are fearing change because you know what may happen after this change or transition, then I feel like this message is coming even more strongly for you guys. Your spirit guides acknowledge your hesitance, they acknowledge what your fears are, but looking at this image, seeing that there's a doorway here, like from this perspective, we are in this dark space looking outward into the sunrise. And so I feel like your spirit guides are saying things might look a bit bleak where you are right now, where you're standing right now, but see, this is only a small portion of what you can see from where you are right now. You can't see everything that is awaiting on the other side. So trust that the situation is going to be much better than how you perceive it right now. Move forward with courage. There is much more awaiting for you. And I feel like this is a reassurance from your spirit guides that the positives will outweigh the negatives. Because as much as I want to be the person who tells you guys that everything is going to be perfect, that there's going to be no bumps on the road, saying that will not feel true. Because life is all about balance. And The lessons, they do come with the challenges, but how big those challenges become depend very much on our perception. And sometimes our assumptions can be far more scarier than reality, because our imagination, when we let it run wild, it runs wild. So Spirit is encouraging you to move forward because they know that the change or the outcome of the change is going to be far more favorable than you think. Also, this is reminding me of the intuitively channeled message where we spoke about possibly reevaluating your situation in order to find a better way, because this entire image is making me think of perspective. So if you are currently in a situation or dealing with something that you feel or think or believe has no way out of it, or no solution to it, or no better way, this is reassurance from Spirit that there is a solution, that there is a way out of this or through this, or that there is a better way. And I'm going to pull out a tarot card. And also, this is reassurance from them that you will find this solution. You will find this exit or the way through this, or you will find a better way to go about this, a way that is of more benefit to you. Okay, those were too many cards, so let me reshuffle. I want one card, please. Okay. Ooh, yes, and we have the Four of Wands. Perfect. So the Four of Wands speaks about success and celebration. This card denotes a coming together. It's a card of reunions and gatherings, happy gatherings. It is also a card of ceremony. The Four of Wands also represents getting together with loved ones to celebrate your achievements. It is a card that denotes recognition of your success. So again, your spirit guides just really want for you to know that things will work out for you, that there is better, brighter days ahead of you. So if you happen to see all these symbols, these signs and synchronicities when you're feeling down or when you're starting to doubt yourself, it is because your spirit guides really want to help you see that there is nothing to worry about, that there's no need for you to start doubting yourself or doubting your journey, because you are heading in the right direction. And I know it's very easy to say, don't worry, don't doubt yourself, but it's not so easy to do. And your spirit guides know this, and I feel like that's why they are constantly coming through for you guys. They are constantly reaching out to you guys, reassuring you, and they don't mind reassuring you. They don't mind letting you know the blessings that you are manifesting for yourself. The Four of Wands can also speak about manifestations coming into fruition. So if you have been trying to manifest something in specific, then, all this is a confirmation from your spirit guides that yes, you are manifesting all of this into your life. Wands is about action and passion. So these blessings that are coming your way, they aren't happening just because. They are happening because you are making them happen. You are helping the universe, you are helping your spirit guides to call this in, to create this and make it a part of your reality. And if you look closely, this is a partnership between a bunny or a rabbit and a squirrel, which the majority of the public will look at this image and think of it as an unlikely partnership. So the message that I'm getting from this card is anything is possible. Anything is possible. Even the things that your logical thinking deems as unlikely, as impossible, your spirit guides are reassuring you that it is possible, that it isn't far-fetched. So if there is something that you have been trying to manifest, but you doubt that it can manifest because you think it's ludicrous or impossible or too fantastical, Spirit is saying, it's already in the works. We're already helping you to make this happen. With the Four of Wands being here, this is like a card of certainty. It is happening and it will happen. It has already been created. Now, for those of you who have been trying to manifest a partnership or a reunion or a union with someone in specific, once again, I feel like your spirit guides have been wanting to tell you that an opportunity to reunite or unite with this person is imminent. Is that the correct term? It just feels like it's on the horizon. It's soon, very, very soon. And I feel like this is especially true for those of you who have been trying to manifest a partnership with someone who is at a long distance from you, or someone who has a different cultural background than you, or you come from different walks of life. You are of different ethnicity or different religions, or there is a difference in your status. Yeah, something along those lines. So if you worry about that, if you worry about those differences, and it is those differences that create doubt in you or create resistance in you, prevent you from fully investing in this or believing in this, your spirit guides have been wanting to tell you that these differences don't really matter, that these differences won't keep you and your person apart, or that you will overcome these differences. Because it's very possible that if you are resonating with this, it is your differences that are actually the ones that are bringing you together and are helping making this bond the more stronger. And this doesn't necessarily have to be about a person. This can also be a dream of yours, or a goal. So just as a hypothetical example, let's say you want to become a professional gamer, but you are doubting that because of your age and where you are in life, or because of any of those 3D identities or labels, pursuing this passion of yours or this profession is too out there. And because of this, you keep yourself from pursuing this profession or this passion. And with all of these messages, your spirit guides have been trying to tell you, hey, look, there is a way for you to become a professional gamer. There is a way for you to pursue this dream and to find fulfillment in it or success. And if you have been inquiring about a specific project or venture or idea, whether it will be successful, whether you are on the right path, whether you should go for it, then your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that yes, this is a good idea, that yes, you will find success or fulfillment through this, or that this will be successful. Okay, but those are the messages I am seeing coming through from your spirit guides. So now I'm going to pull out cards to receive messages from your higher self. Whoops. When I started this channel, this is the only tarot deck I used for all of my videos until I found the courage to purchase other tarot decks. This is the Wildwood Tarot deck. Oh, okay. So, perfect. So we have the 9 of Vessels with generosity, and this is the 9 of Cups in traditional tarot. And if you guys are acquainted with tarot, you know that the 9 of Cups speaks about wish fulfillments, getting exactly what it is that you have been wishing for and or manifesting. And this card in specific always reminds me of the law of attraction. What you send out, you receive, or you attract back in. Okay, but now to pull out a clarifying card. And we have Blind in reverse. Interesting. I actually really do like that the Blind card came up in reverse, because if it had come out upright, I would have interpreted this as there is something that you are not seeing, or there is something that you are refusing to see. and that which you are not seeing or refusing to see, it's extremely important to manifesting and or attracting that which you want. But since it came out in reverse, this lets me know that clarity has come to you, or that you are being more and more open to seeing the truth of a situation, or seeing what is needed in order for you to attract, call in, manifest, and or create that which you desire. I feel like your higher self has been wanting to tell you that you, first of all, I feel like they want to tell you that you are on the right path, that the changes you have been making in your life, especially in your inner world, are really creating major changes and shift in your external reality. As you can see, it is this person's own energy that is filling the cups, and the fact that these cups, these vessels are full, are instilling this person with even more positive energy. I know this may sound cliche, but the only phrase that keeps coming to mind is good vibes. Like, this individual here in the Nine of Vessels card is emitting such good vibes. And so this goes back to that message that you are working with the universe, with your spirit guides, to create your blessings. The blind card in reverse is saying your higher self is constantly reminding you that you are not powerless. You are a creator. And I feel like this is a message of finding what you seek first within, and then being able to see that manifest in your reality. It's sort of like before you were seeing with your physical eyes, but now you are seeing with your inner eye. Now you see the opportunities and the blessings wherever you are. Now you can see how you can reap the most benefit out of any situation. And speaking about you realizing that you are not powerless, I feel like this Nine of Cups and the blind card in reverse is also speaking about reclaiming your power. Whenever I interpreted the cards of this specific deck, I always thought of the vessels as representing people, individuals. You know, the vessel was a representation of the physical vessel, our body. And what was in the vessel was the essence, the soul, the energy of the individual. And so I feel like in this card, we are seeing a representation of this balanced exchange of energy, where you are giving, you are also receiving. And so this could also be speaking about practicing and respecting your boundaries and knowing your limits. With the blind card being in reverse, this could be your higher self coming through to say, you have come to a point in your journey, or you're coming to a point in your journey where you have found or are finding your equilibrium. You are not allowing for things outside of you to deplete you of your energy, but you are making conscious choices and decisions as to how much energy you send out and what kind of energy you send out, and who can have access to you. Now, with the key term generosity here, again, the blind card being in reverse, I feel like this is also speaking about priorities. Your higher self is, I feel like your higher self is congratulating you, applauding you, because you are realizing what your priorities are, or you are establishing your priorities. And these priorities are in alignment with your higher self. Like, they are in alignment with your soul's purpose. They are in alignment with your values. And since there are 9 cups, I feel like each one of these cups is also representing a different desire, a different dream, a different goal, a different purpose. And while some of these cups might be dreams, goals, or wishes that pertain more to something personal, and this word might sound harsh, but this is the only word that is coming to mind, to your self-interest, I also feel like a good portion of these cups also pertain to a bigger cause. So it's not only about the self, it's also about helping out a community or helping out a group of people or helping out a cause, the environment, living beings, others. It's kind of realizing that as the world can have an impact on you, you also can create a huge impact on the world or in the world. And this is shifting your perspective on how you interact with the world and how you interact with others. I feel like your higher self has been trying to tell you that your actions, they matter. Your words, they matter. Your silence, it matters. Not only to the reality you are creating for yourself, but it also matters in the lives of others. So overall, your higher self has been trying to tell you that you matter. And I feel like they also want you to know that you have created a positive impact in the lives of more than one living being. And I feel like all this time, your higher self has been trying to show you the positive impacts that you have created. And so I feel like your higher self is telling you, don't underestimate your value, don't underestimate your power, don't underestimate your significance, nor your existence. And so with the 4 Wands being here, all these blessings that are coming your way, they are not without reason. Remember, the 9 of Vessels speaks about what you put out there, you receive in return. And so these blessings are a manifestation. They are a confirmation of all the energy and or intentions, actions you have been putting out into the world, into the universe. And looking at this individual, the 9 of Vessels, it looks to me like this individual is very much connected to their higher self. And so your higher self is trying to let you know that you, every day, every moment, you are more and more connected to your higher self. And I feel like this is also a message that goes hand in hand with the intuitively channeled message, where we spoke about how to get from point A to point B. This is your point A and your point B. It's all happening in the here and now. And so with this card being in reverse, this blind card, this is about you seeing that you have everything that you need in the here and now. Also learning about how to work with what you have right now in order to call in, manifest, or create what you see for yourself. So for those of you who are wanting to learn or are currently learning or practicing manifestations, your higher self wants to reassure you that what you're doing is working, and or practicing manifestation techniques or law of attraction techniques will be beneficial for you, because I feel like this can also help shift your perspective or your inner dialogue, your narrative, and also will help with you becoming more aware and mindful, especially mindful of your actions, of your choices, of how you move about this world. It's like with the blind card in reverse, I'm getting this message of not following something blindly or not taking blind action. Yeah, so I feel like this is just double confirmation coming from your higher self that your wishes are coming true, that you are manifesting your desires or your desired outcomes, and that you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. I feel like the 9 of Cups is also speaking about calling in soul family members, calling in members of your soul tribe. The more and more you are honest with yourself, the more you allow yourself to be your authentic self, the easier you will find it is to attract or to come into alignment with members of your soul family who are also living in alignment with their highest selves. And I feel like this is also reassurance coming from your higher self to not fear missing out on beautiful relationships, harmonious relationships, as well as releasing any fear in terms to entering relationships that are not in alignment with your highest good. Because by this point, your higher self is saying you are more aware than you give yourself credit for. You will know when something is not in alignment with you. You will know when something doesn't feel right, and you will stay true to you. You will not choose something that will be of harm to you in any way. You can trust in yourself to not be blinded by fear. It's like your higher self is saying, if you trust me to know what is right, then you can trust yourself. Because I am you and you are me. I do notice that in both of these images, the individuals have their eyes closed or their eyes aren't visible. So your higher self might come through to you either through meditation or when you're asleep through your dreams, or if you ever see a bright color in your mind's eye or when you close your eyes that inspires a joyful, optimistic, and affectionate feeling within you, that might be your higher self coming through. We do have the colors yellow and orange coming through in the generosity card, so your higher self might associate with these colors, but doesn't have to be. Okay, but now we are moving to the last messages, which will be coming from a being of light who is currently wanting to communicate with you or has been trying to communicate with you. And I will do my very best to feel into the energy to get an idea of who it is that is coming through for you guys, okay? Oh, wait, this card had flipped over. So we have the Chariot upright with control, focus, and willpower. Let me just double check if there's any other card that flipped over. No, that was the only one. Okay. So right off the bat with the Chariot, this being a major arcana card, the 7th card in the deck, I do feel like this is the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. Now, the Chariot is associated with the zodiac sign Cancer, so this could be someone who is either a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, or has Cancer or water predominant in their birth chart. But it doesn't have to be. I'm just putting it out there for those who it resonates with and needs that bit of extra confirmation. But I am now going to pull out the clarifying card. Ooh. Okay, so several cards flipped over. I'm not going to take all of them. I feel called to just take the one that actually fell out. So we have the extra Joker. And I will show you guys the card that flipped over. So we have the 3 of Pentacles with number 48, the money safe, and we also have the King of Swords with number 47 and the Bride. Okay, so I'm just going to leave these ones over here on the side, but I'm going to focus more on this extra Joker card. Now, I'm sorry if I go back and forth, but messages just keep coming to me. So going back really quickly to a message coming from your higher self, I feel like your higher self has also been trying to tell you that soon, if you haven't already, you will find or see or come to realize what has been blocking you from pursuing that which you want, from calling that which you want. And the moment that you come to realize what this blockage is or what has been blocking you, you are releasing this blockage. And as soon as you release it, it's like everything starts flowing again. Things start moving quickly for you. There's no more holding back in pursuing what you want or calling in what you want. It's sort of like what you want has been on standby, just waiting for you to be receptive to it. And the moment that you are, by lifting this blockage, it just comes swooping in. And I was just fiddling with the deck that I just shuffled, and look what we have. This is the card at the bottom of the deck, which is the 8 of Wands, number 13, the snake. Snakes always make me think of transformation, shedding the old in order to come into the new. The number 13 always makes me think of the death card, since it is the 13th card in the tarot deck, which is a card of transformation, of endings in order to welcome in new beginnings, of change. And then we have the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands speaks about fast moving energy. It's about things coming in quickly or happening quickly. And with the Chariot card being here, the Chariot speaks about movement. It speaks about things moving and progressing quickly. And the extra Joker card, I personally interpret it as a free pass. This is my free pass card. You know, when you're in a theme park, let's say like Disneyland, and if you have the free pass, you don't have to wait in line. You can jump the queue. You can move right in front of the queue and get on the ride without needing to wait. So there's a lot of things progressing very quickly after having waited possibly a long time. Because remember, at the beginning, we were speaking about the albatross and how it could signify a long journey. And so if you guys feel like you have been on this long journey, or you've been waiting a very long time in order to live your dream life, or to reach a point in your journey, or to manifest something in specific, I feel like all these cards are confirming that the wait is over. Yes, it's been a long journey, but you are now coming home. You are now stepping on land. You know what I'm being reminded of? Of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. The ending of the movie where Will Turner is bond to the Flying Dutchman, and he can only step on land once every 10 years. Because for those 10 years, he has to be out in sea fulfilling his duties. And so I feel like this is you stepping on land. This is the fulfillment of those 10 years being out at sea. Now, with the Chariot card, I feel like this is signifying that someone is coming towards you. Someone is about to enter your life. Or at the very least, this is the higher self of someone who wants to let you know that they are on their way to you. Now, looking at this red scarf, for whatever reason, it's making me think of a promise. Like, I promised to meet you. I promised to reunite with you. I promised to come into union with you. And I am determined to fulfill that promise. Because the Chariot also speaks about perseverance, determination. I'm also, at least for this spread, I'm interpreting this card as a symbol of loyalty. Now, the Chariot also speaks about balance. As you can see, we have two adorable canines in this image, and one is representing the energy of yin and the other is representing the energy of yang, which are the two opposing forces that create balance in the universe. And so I'm also seeing this as a representation of the mind, logic, and the heart, intuition. So the higher self of this individual wants you to know that they are moving with purpose, that both their head and their heart are in it. I feel like that's the message. Both my head and my heart are in it. There's no confusion or hesitation as to what they want. They are moving forward with purpose. Now, because the Three of Pentacles and the King of Swords with the Bride showed up, this could be speaking about a romantic partner who is coming towards you. And I did kind of get that with the Four of Wands and also with the Nine of Cups, because the Four of Wands, like I said, it can represent unions, divine unions. So this could be a counterpart situation in which the higher self of your counterpart has been trying to let you know that they are on their way. And you know what? This could very well be your Will Turner. Maybe it wasn't so much you who was finally stepping on land, but it is them who is stepping on land to meet you. And I do kind of get that feeling that it is them coming towards you, because this Nine of Cups was giving me the vibe that you were the one attracting. Now, the King of Swords did show up for you guys, and the King of Swords is associated with the element of air, so this could be someone who is an air sign or has air predominant in their chart. So Libra, Aquarius, and or Gemini. But again, doesn't have to be. But the King of Swords also makes me think of someone who is determined, someone who has their eyes on the prize, someone who is loyal, someone who isn't wishy-washy. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. Now, if you are already in a romantic relationship and you feel this to be your counterpart, your person, This could be speaking about a leveling up in your commitment with this individual. This could be their higher self coming through to let you know that they also see and envision a future with you, that they are also moving towards this dream life with you, this future with you. And this extra Joker card, looking at it, the message, anything and everything is possible, came up again. So I feel like this is reassurance from them that your happily ever after is possible. This is the message that is coming to mind. It can happen. We can make it happen. I'm willing to make it happen with you. But if the whole counterpart, romantic partner situation is not resonating with you, I still feel like this is the higher self of someone who is currently incarnated in this lifetime, who is coming through to let you know that they are on their way, because you did promise to meet with this person, and it's not to be romantically involved with them, but rather to create something with them. So this could be, for example, a business partnership, or this could be a creative partnership, someone that you will collaborate with. Like I said, with the 9 of Vessels, I did feel like you were calling in members of your soul tribe and soul family. So this could be a member of your soul family who has been trying to let you know that they're on their way and that they are excited to meet you and to create masterpieces with you, or to work with you, to learn from you, and to teach you as well. Yeah, I do feel like this is someone who you will have a very beautiful, mutual balanced relationship with, where it will be a teacher-student, student-teacher kind of relationship, and where you both will be committed to a goal, committed to a dream. You both are on the same page in terms to what you want to create and what you want to achieve. Now, with the extra Joker card being here, I'm getting kind of this fated destiny kind of situation. It's reminding me of the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the higher self of this individual has simply been trying to tell you that they're on their way, but they refuse to tell you how you will unite, or how you will meet, or how you will connect. It's like they're excited to meet you, but they are not willing to spill the beans on how they will meet you. And that gets them even more excited that this will be a surprise to you. So there's this element of surprise in terms to your meeting or reunion or union. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of excitement from them. So much excitement. They're eager to meet you. They're eager to reunite with you. They're excited of everything you are going to accomplish together and create, share, and live together. Yeah, I'm getting the message. It's a whole new life. It's a whole new world that we are going to experience together. I know these are earmuffs, but for whatever reason, I keep thinking of them as headphones. So you might receive messages from the higher self of this person through music. So if music starts playing at a random, that might be them coming through, or if a song really hits you differently, if it really stands out to you, the lyrics, the melody, that might be them coming through. Yeah, but I feel like music is important in terms to this connection. And they also feel very energetic to me. If not energetic, they're very chatty. They like to talk a lot. Yeah, and with all this red here, I feel like this person has big goals, big dreams, big ambitions, and they're excited to share these dreams with you and excited to help you make your dreams a reality, and also excited to make you a part of their dreams. Yeah, okay. And with the message extra Joker, this person is a joker, meaning that they are very witty and they might be a bit of a goofball in a very endearing way. This is a relationship in which you will laugh a lot with this person, in which you will share the same sense of humor, and you will communicate very well with them as well. I'm getting kind of like best friend kind of relationship. Even if it's like a romantic partnership, your relationship is based on friendship. Like, that's your foundation. First and foremost, you are best friends, and then you are romantic lovers. And with the 3 of Pentacles, they just want you to know and reassure you that you work very well together. Whether this is a romantic relationship or just platonic business partnership, you work very well together. As mentioned previously, your differences are what brings you two together or makes the relationship even stronger. But those are all the messages I am seeing for you guys. In terms to time frames or significant dates, nothing is really standing out to me. I did mention Cancer season with the Chariot card, so possibly Cancer season could be of significance. It could be when you meet this person, come into contact with them, or reunite with them. But the Nine of Vessels is really standing out to me, and I feel like this is either representing the month of September or a window of 9 months. So 9 months from when you're watching this video, you could be experiencing this shift we were talking about with the Nine of Vessels and the Blind card in reverse, or you could be manifesting and or attracting something or someone significant into your life. And now to wrap up the reading, I'm simply going to pull out one last card from this homemade oracle deck that contains quotes from the animated series Adventure Time, just to see any last messages that Spirit may have for you. Okay. And we have different yet the same. And this was said by the character Jake. I feel like this is a message that could be coming either from your spirit guides, your higher self, or the higher self of this someone, special someone. If you needed more reassurance that your differences, your 3D perceived differences, are not enough to keep you and your desired outcome or you and your person apart, then here it is. Yes, you may be different, or yes, there might be differences, but at the core, you are one and the same. At the end of it all, you are meant for each other. This is meant to be. Okay? So there we have it. Those are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. I hope I did your guides, your higher self, and the higher self of this individual justice. But as always, if you enjoyed this reading, if it brought you some guidance, some clarity, and if you feel called to do so, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you are new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and thanks to all of you who took a moment to watch the advertisements. That is the most simplest way to support me and to support this channel, so I truly appreciate it. Yes, but that is all for now. Wishing you all wonderful moments to come, and until the next moment, bye bye. Hola seekers, who chose group 2, bienvenidos to your reading, where you will be receiving 3 different messages. The first message will be coming from your spirit guides, the second message will be from your higher self, and the last message will be from any being of light who wishes to communicate with you at this moment. So for example, this could be an archangel, an ancestor, a loved one who is in the ethers, or possibly even the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. And all of these messages are intended to answer the question, what is it that they are trying to tell you? So what is it that your spirit guides, your higher self, or this being of light has been trying to communicate to you? Now, if you haven't listened to the intro yet, I do recommend for you to do so, because it is there where I explain and give a few examples on how this reading can be of assistance to you. Okay, but with that being said, let's get right into your messages. So as always, I will begin the reading with an intuitively channeled message, and then I'll move right into the cards. So when connecting with the energy of this group, the first thing I noticed was that I felt immediately relaxed. It's like this wave of relaxation washed over me, and any anxious feelings, tension, stress, worry just dissipated. Now, I did get a lot of feminine energy when connecting with this group. To be more specific, it felt like goddess energy to me. Images of a goddess-like figure, an ethereal figure, kept coming to mind, and the images were very crystal clear. Now, the key word here is crystal, because that is the best way I can describe the vibe of this goddess, ethereal-like entity that was coming through. crystal, translucent, and of light. Now, when this image of this feminine energy came to mind, I did notice that my stomach area felt very warm. And all I can think of when feeling this warm-like sensation in my stomach was the word womb. So first of all, I do sense that there is a goddess, feminine and or mother-like figure or entity who is closely working with you, and they are working with you to help you connect with and embody your feminine energy. They are here to help remind you that you have the ability to create and birth something new into this world, as well as create and birth a new reality. The message that is coming to mind is, you are a divine creator. Now, there is a strong message here that creating is not all that there is to it. Nurturing is also important. A divine creator not only creates, but also nurtures their creations. So you are not only a divine creator, but you are also a divine nurturer, which is why I feel like that mother-like energy was coming through so strongly for you guys. Now, the word awaken did come to mind very strongly, and when this word came to mind, I did see an image in my mind's eye of something being unveiled. And so I feel, once again, that your divine feminine is asking you to awaken. And I do feel like a lot of you are currently or will soon be going through an awakening. And disclaimer, in a single lifetime, we can go through more than one awakening. It's part of that growth, it's part of that healing, it's part of that transformation. Now, I do get the feeling that this awakening is sort of like a reawakening for a lot of you guys. So I do get this feeling of someone forgetting their uniqueness, their individuality, their light, their shine, their power. It sort of feels like the soul fell asleep and now the soul is being called to awaken once again into remembrance. I am picking up on the energy of higher light beings, goddess, ethereal-like entities, ascended masters kind of vibe. So whoever is calling you to awaken, these are entities that are here to work with you, because it sort of feels like a mission that you are being called to complete or participate in. It sort of feels like there is a reason, a higher reason for why your soul chose to incarnate in this world, in this lifetime. And now that reason is going to be revealed to you, or is about to be revealed to you. And I do feel called to let you guys know not to worry or to stress yourself out, because things will unfold naturally for you. Everything will be revealed to you in due time, in its divine timing. Any action that you need to take will be inspired action. You will feel the nudge, the call to either do something different, to learn something new, get acquainted with certain people. These actions won't feel forced or strained, but rather they will come through inspiration, through a need rather than desperation. Yeah, and I get this feeling that there is something that you will feel inspired to learn more about. And whatever this is that you will feel inspired to learn or know more about will help you in this quote-unquote mission of yours. Now, I know when I say the word mission, it sounds like something grand, something very, very important. And yes, it's important to you, it's important to your soul, possibly even to your personal goals or dreams. But when I say mission, this can be anything. This can be like a personal project. This can be helping someone who needs help, or helping a community, or helping a cause. Or this could be something like learning a subject in order to teach others about it, become a guide, a mentor, a counselor, advisor, a teacher. Or this could simply be something like being a parent, being a mother, being a friend, a support for someone. So the word mission is very vague, and it could pertain to anything. It could be anything. Yes, but there is one more thing I'd like to share, and that is another image that came to mind, which was of a reptile. To be more specific, it looked like a turtle to me, which is very interesting because for group 1, an animal also came through, but for them it was a bird, and for you guys it's a reptile. So this could actually be a spirit animal who is currently working with you, or a power animal, or this could be a symbol that either your spirit guides, your higher self, or this being of light who will be coming through for you guys with a message, uses to communicate with you. So if you see turtles, if you dream about turtles, if you hear the word turtle a lot, or any type of reptilian animal comes through a lot for you guys, then that might be a sign that either your spirit guides, your higher self, or this being of light is trying to communicate. Or like I said, it could very well be a spirit animal of yours. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a turtle is the phrase, slow and steady wins the race. And I take this as denoting that there is no need to rush things or push for things to happen faster, because what needs to get done will get done either way. So I feel like this is simply reassurance once again from Spirit that there is nothing to worry about. You don't need to stress yourself about anything at this moment, because everything is going to reveal itself in due time, and it's perfect divine timing. And you never have to worry whether you are lagging or whether you are losing the race, because this isn't even a race to begin with. This is your journey. There is no competition here. What is meant for you is meant for you, and nothing and no one can take that away from you. And also, do what feels natural to you. The turtle wins the race not by behaving like a hare. They win the race by being themselves. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards. So we will start off with messages from your spirit guides. And I will first pull out an oracle card. Okay, so this one flew off frame, but we have the message, you are never stuck. You have endless choices. Ooh, so interesting. And we do have an infinity symbol here. We also have the sun, a bird, and I believe this is Jupiter in the background. Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, and abundance, as well as wisdom. This is a planet that also has to do with our mental and spiritual growth. Yeah, I do feel, I'm not so much about the whole life purpose, life mission kind of thing. I mentioned it because that is what came through, and at this moment, it's coming through again. So if it's coming through, it's because either some of you guys need to hear this, or some of you guys will resonate with this. But with this card, I do get the feeling that your spirit guides have been trying to guide you towards your life purpose or your soul's calling or your life mission, however you want to see it. Maybe you guys have been currently seeking for answers. Maybe you've been asking a lot of questions to the universe, to your guides, or you've been wondering about a lot of things, and your spirit guides have been doing their very best to answer your questions or to confirm your intuitive hunches. And if you have been asking questions or seeking for answers, I feel a lot of these questions pertain to your life direction, life purpose, life mission, career, passion, your soul's calling. Yeah, it's something along those lines. I feel called to mention the soul a lot for this group. Yeah, the phrase soul's mission is coming to mind. This is about awakening to your soul's desire. What is your true soul's calling? I feel like your spirit guides have been nudging you to be more honest with yourself. And they're kind of reassuring you that it's okay to follow your passions. It's okay to have a calling that possibly doesn't meet other people's expectations or goes against other people's expectations. or ideals or ideas of who you are. With the message, you are never stuck, you have endless choices, I do get this feeling that your spirit guides have also been trying to tell you that if there is a goal you wish to accomplish, if there is a desired outcome that you wish to obtain or reach, there is more than one way to accomplish this goal, to obtain this desired outcome. In other words, there is more than one way to reach a single destination. So when we're speaking about mission and life purpose, we can accomplish our so-called mission or life purpose in more than one way. It doesn't have to look a certain way in order to be valid. So for example, let's say if your calling is to inspire others, some might fulfill this calling by being in the public eye, being an artist, being a singer, being a performer, inspiring others through their art. Others might fulfill this calling by becoming a teacher, a professor, a mentor. Others might fulfill this calling by becoming a counselor, a therapist. And others might choose to fulfill this calling by simply being themselves, inspiring anyone who comes into contact with them through their authenticity, through their transparency, through their honesty. So there is no right or wrong way to go about this. You following your soul's calling, your soul's passion is enough. And whatever path you choose in answering this call, you will find fulfillment or success, whatever success means to you, because we do have the planet Jupiter here, which is the planet of abundance. And I also feel like if you're worried about your life direction or what path is the right one, again, there is no right or wrong here. Spirit is saying you can do whatever you want. You can choose whatever path you want. You have the ability to create abundance wherever you go. That is your power. You are infinite potential incarnate. I feel like you guys are multi-talented. You have various skills. And if you feel like you don't, this could be a case in which a lot of these talents or skills have yet to be revealed to you. And they will be revealed to you through new experiences. The more you put yourself out there, the more you try new things, you will come to learn what these hidden talents and skills are. Yeah, but now I'm going to pull out a clarifying card. And look what we have. We have the Chariot, which is a major arcana. This is the 7th card in the deck. And this card is associated with the zodiac sign Cancer. So if you happen to be a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, then this can serve as confirmation. But if not, that is okay. I feel like with the Chariot, your spirit guides have simply been wanting to tell you, as soon as you set your mind on something, there is no stopping you. The Chariot is a card of victory, success, overcoming obstacles. This is also a card that denotes determination, focus, willpower, self-discipline, as well as self-confidence. The Chariot is a card that denotes forward movement. So I feel like this is simply confirming and validating the previous messages. Whatever path you choose to set your heart, soul, and mind to, you will find great success. I'm getting this message of where there is a will, there is a way. I feel like your spirit guides have also been trying to reassure you that you have all that it takes. If at the moment you are a bit confused as to what is your path, what is your passion? If you find yourself in a place where you're lacking motivation and you're associating this with you lacking focus or lacking willpower or being lazy, any of that sort, I feel like your spirit guides have been trying to let you know that this has nothing to do with you being lazy, with you lacking focus or willpower, or with you not having any special talents or skills, any of that. This has more to do with you have not yet found something that you're truly passionate about. But that doesn't mean that you aren't passionate about anything or something. It's just that you haven't come into alignment with it yet. You haven't discovered it yet. You know, this is kind of the situation in which once you're passionate about something, once you find something that you're interested in, things start moving quickly for you guys. It's like you guys do have the discipline, you have the willpower, the focus, the ambition, the drive to accomplish anything. But this only comes about when you're actually interested in something. Like, you can't fake interest. If your heart, your soul is not into it, then it's very difficult for you to pursue it, to go all in with it. So it's kind of like learning a subject. If the person is not interested in the subject, it will be very difficult for them to learn it. And it's not because they're not intelligent, studious, or hardworking. They are. It's just that this subject doesn't interest them. But give them a subject that they are interested in, and you will see all these amazing qualities about them. They will comprehend and learn the subject with such ease that you'd think they were born for it. They were made for this. You know, I'm looking at this image here, and it's reminding me of the golden snitch, you know, from the Harry Potter series, and how Harry Potter accidentally discovers his natural talent for Quidditch, more specifically as the seeker. You know, he's not the best student when it comes to subjects, but give him something that he's truly interested in, which is Quidditch, and you discover his potential. And it comes easy to him. It comes natural to him. So like I said, I do feel like you guys have hidden talents, hidden skills that are yet to be revealed to you, that are yet to be discovered. And Spirit really wants you to know that you have so many amazing qualities. Not only skills, not only talents, but qualities about you. They want you to know that you are hardworking. They want you to know that you are disciplined, that you are perseverant, that you have a fire within you. You are a passionate individual. That is a side to you that if you have not seen yet, will soon be revealed to you. Now, I do feel like for those of you who are wondering about starting a business venture, or who are wanting to start a new project, or have an idea that you're inquiring about whether it's a good idea, whether you should pursue this, I feel like your spirit guides have been sending you signs to let you know that yes, this is a good business venture. Yes, this is a good idea. Yes, if this is something that you're passionate about, you should definitely pursue it. Yet there is a message here of, I'm being reminded of a quote said by the character Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. Never half-ass two things, but whole as one thing. So with the chariot being here, the chariot also speaks about balance. As you can see, we have this black horse and a white horse, which are meant to represent the energies yin and yang. So it's important for you that whatever it is that you pursue, you have your head and heart in it, that you're going all in regards to it. Because it is only when these two horses are in perfect alignment and they're both moving forward at the same pace that the chariot can move forwards with ease and grace. If one is moving and the other one is sitting still or stagnant, then the chariot will topple over. So it's crucial that the mind and heart are in alignment. So you're not only passionate about what it is that you're pursuing or doing, but you're also thinking and going about it logically. You're not only daydreaming about it, but you're also putting in the work for it. And you're willing to put in the work. So just to give a hypothetical example, let's say there is a career path that if you think about it logically, looks like a really good choice because it either comes with a lot of good benefits or it has a really amazing salary. You will earn a lot of money through this career path. So your mind, your logic is all in regards to this career path. But your heart is wavering because even though it looks good logically, even though it looks good on paper, it's not really something that you are passionate about, or it's not really something that you enjoy. And so there is an imbalance there. And that may result in you lacking the motivation to pursue this career path at some point, or to continue this career path, or to give it your all. So it's important that you choose something where there is some form of balance. You know, work isn't always fun, and not every career path is overall fun and enjoyable. There are some aspects about every career or job or profession that we might not like. And that's okay. This is more about there not being such a drastic imbalance that the chariot will tip over, where you're feeling forced to pursue something or to finish something just because you started it, or because it's expected of you, or it's something that you think you should be doing. So I feel like this is also a message of, if there is a dream of yours, if there is something that you want to pursue, or a goal that you want to accomplish, Spirit is saying you can accomplish this goal, you can make this dream a reality, you can make this wish of yours come true as soon as you set your mind to accomplishing this, to pursuing this, and taking action towards it. So do not fear moving forward. Do not fear investing yourself into something, because simply longing to move forward isn't going to move the chariot. Action is required of you. But I definitely see success here, victory, triumph, whatever obstacles or challenges come your way, you will be able to overcome them. You have everything you need to overcome any form of obstacle or challenge. Nothing can get in your way. I feel like that's what your guides have been trying to tell you. Nothing can get in your way. And I know this is going to sound harsh, but this is what is coming through. The only person that can get in your way is you. That's how powerful you are. You're so powerful that nothing and no one can get in your way, but you're also so powerful that only you yourself could be the only true challenging obstacle in your path. So don't get in your own way. Don't see yourself as an enemy. Don't see yourself as a weakness or a weak link, because you are your strongest, most powerful teammate. So work with self and work with the universe, and you will see your biggest dreams come true. And I'm telling you right now, when you set your mind to something, everybody needs to watch out. Because nothing and no one can stop you. As soon as that flame inside you lights up, you're like a blazing sun. It's also, I'm being reminded again of Harry Potter and how the Quidditch game can go on for hours, I think even days. But it can all be settled with the golden snitch being caught. So you guys are like the seeker in the Quidditch team. And you're the best seeker out there. So as soon as you catch eye of the golden snitch, everybody watch out, because the game will be over in a matter of minutes, even seconds, because there's no doubt that you will catch it. This is the feeling I get. I feel like you guys really admire or look up to people who are really passionate, who are go-getters, and you admire these people because you feel like that's something that you lack within yourself. But Spirit has been trying to tell you, you admire these people, you recognize these qualities in these people because you also have it. You're also that passionate. You are also a go-getter. So don't underestimate yourself. And soon you will see how passionate you can truly be. I also feel like Spirit has been trying to tell you it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to come out of your shell. If you already know what you want, if you already have an inkling of what your passion is, of what direction you want to go in, then it's time to start moving. It's time. We're here to support you. We're ready. I feel like they're the horses here at the front, and they're ready to run as fast and as safely as they can to get you to your destination. Okay, but these are all the messages I am seeing here. I do notice we have like an infinity symbol. Like I said, we have the planet Jupiter, we have a bird, a sun, horses, crabs. So please take note of this, because these could be symbols or signs that you see often or see repeatedly, and that, like I mentioned before, it might be ways that your spirit guides are trying to communicate to you, or their way of delivering these messages to you. But now we are going to receive messages coming from your higher self. So let us see, what has your higher self been trying to tell you? Ooh, okay. So we have 5 of Vessels with Ecstasy, and this is the 5 of Cups in traditional tarot. And now to pull out a clarifying card. Whoops. So message coming from your higher self. Ooh, okay. And we have breath. Interesting. Okay, so I know that the 5 of Cups traditionally has like a negative connotation to it. It's a card that denotes sadness, loss, or grief. But the way that it's coming through in this deck is so different because we do have the key term ecstasy. And when I look at the image of this card, I see someone who is so in tune with spirit, so in tune with themselves, so in tune with their higher self. Because we do have this individual standing right in the center of this pentagram. And to me, it seems like she's channeling, like she's a direct channel to spirit or to her higher self, like she's embodying the highest version of herself. So with breath being here, I feel like your higher self has been trying to tell you, or kind of asking you, encouraging you to maybe create some time and space to connect more with them. By them, I mean your higher self. And you know what? Now thinking about it, all those images I was receiving at the beginning, before pulling out the cards, of those divine, goddess, ethereal-like beings, they could have very well been images of your higher self. If you tend to connect more with your spirit guides, or you tend to work more with deities or goddesses, ancestors, or ascended masters, that is all good. But I feel like your higher self wants to remind you, you are as powerful. And remember, your higher self is you. So they are kind of encouraging you to step into your own power. Whenever you feel down, whenever you're lacking motivation, whenever you're questioning your worth, or you feel disempowered, your higher self is recommending for you to go within, set intentions to connect with your soul, and you will feel a shift. Your higher self has been trying to tell you that you are the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. It's almost like you don't need an intermediate, you don't need a third party in order to connect. As an example, as a hypothetical example, let's say you're very interested in tarot or channeling messages, connecting with spirit. But instead of pulling cards for yourself or being open to channel your own intuitive messages, you go out of your way to seek tarot readers or psychics in order to receive messages from your higher self or from your spirit guides. Which there is nothing wrong with that. Yet your higher self is letting you know, or has been trying to let you know, that you are just as good as these other tarot readers, as these other psychics that you go to. When it comes to connecting with your higher self, even your spirit guides, no one can do it better but you. Because you are the direct link. Your spirit guides, your higher self, is not something outside of you. It's something intrinsic. It's a part of who you are. So no one can understand your inner world better than you. No one can speak your language better than you. And your guides, your higher self, they speak your language. So just to put it out there, if any of you are interested or thinking about reading tarot or exploring mediumship or being a channeler or exploring more of your psychic abilities, your higher self has been trying to tell you to go for it. You know how we were speaking about hidden talents and abilities? This could be some of the hidden talents and abilities that you may have, like psychic abilities, mediumship, the clairs. So if you're open and willing to explore that and you're curious about it, you want to, then I feel like your higher self is encouraging you and has been encouraging you to do so. With the breath card, I'm getting like meditation or even breath work, like pranayama, might be something that could help you with connecting more with your higher self, connecting more with your soul, connecting with spirit. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I feel like if you do tend to feel anxious or you're always kind of nervous or restless, your breathing patterns might play a significant role in this. So for example, if you take shallow breaths or you tend to hold your breath, that might aggravate your nervous system or your fight, flight, freeze response. But overall, in general, I feel like being more mindful of the breath will help you guys in grounding, coming back to center. And this is important because I feel like your higher self is really encouraging you to be more present with self, with you, so that you can see how amazing you are. If you guys are interested in dance or in mantras, I feel like that can also help you, especially dance. I feel like whenever you're feeling down or your energy is feeling heavy, your higher self really encourages you to get up and move, to get up and dance, to do something that brings or inspires joy in you. But I feel like movement is very important for you guys. I feel like movement helps the energy flow within you. It also helps you release any excess energy or any energy that isn't yours. It helps you cleanse and purify, and it also helps you ground. I also feel like music might be very powerful for you guys. Listening to music, dancing to music, or singing. Yeah. Also, this message is coming through. You are a free spirit, is what your higher self has been trying to remind you. Not tell you, but remind you. You are a free spirit. You are a free soul. Yeah, and I also feel like this person in the 5 of Vessels card is denoting someone who is pursuing their passions. No matter how eccentric they may be, no matter how out of the box they may be, they are not holding back in pursuing their truest soul's passion. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out some cards to receive messages from any being of light who is wanting to communicate with you. And I will do my very best to tap into the energy or feel into the energy to get an idea of who it is that is coming through for you guys. Okay. There's a lot of noise. I apologize for all the noise, but what can you do? If the world wants to be noisy, then it will be noisy. Loud and proud. Okay. Oh, yes? Okay. So we have the 6 of Wands. So we have the 6 of Wands upright with achievement, recognition, and being in the spotlight. So more cards that represent success, victory. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out a clarifying card. And it's funny how I said the phrase loud and proud, because this 6 of Wands, I feel like that's exactly the vibe that is coming through with it. Loud and proud. Loud and proud of your achievements, of your successes, of your progress, of being you, who you are. Okay, but let's see. Clarifying card for the 6 of Wands. Wow, this one's taking a while. So no clarifying card. Okay, there we have it. So we have the 10 of Cups with number 7 and the bouquet of flowers. Okay, before I start interpreting these cards, you saw how long it took for this card to fall out. So when I was shuffling the deck, I started to feel a bit impatient and a bit frustrated. And for a moment, I felt like it was taking so long for a card to fall out because there was no card that could encompass or truly represent what this being of light was feeling or what they were trying to convey. And it's so interesting because the card that did fall out at the end is the 10 of Cups, which I feel for whoever is coming through for you guys was like the best possible option of the deck. Like, it's not enough, this 10 of Cups, but out of all the cards in the deck, this is the closest to what they wanted to say. And the 10 of Cups is everything. The 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. The 10 of Cups is the happily ever after. If the 9 of Cups is receiving exactly what you wanted, exactly what you wished for, the 10 of Cups is that and more. The 10 of Cups exceeds your expectations, even your standards. And then we have the bouquet, which represents a long and happy life. With the number 7, which the number 7 is known to be a lucky number. It's a number of abundance. It's a number that a lot of people associate with spirituality. And then we had the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands is, like I mentioned, victory. The 6 of Wands is recognition, being recognized for your talents, for your skills, being recognized for who you are, being admired, being praised. So whoever is coming through for you guys, they just want you to know, it's like, there's this frustration I feel, but it's not like in a negative sense, because it's coming from a place of, I'm so frustrated because I can't find the words to let you know all the amazing things that you are going to accomplish and how proud I am of you. And it's not for the things that you're going to do. It's I'm proud of you right now. I'm proud of you, just you being you. I am trying to get a sense of who this being of light is, if it's an entity in the 5D or if it's the higher self of someone who is currently incarnated. And I'm not really getting something in specific. This feels like an all-encompassing energy. It feels like several energies coming through at once. But I do get the feeling that this is someone who admires you, someone who just has so much respect for you. This is someone who is inspired by you. So, you know what? I feel this could be family members, but this could also be a group of people. Like, for some, I feel like this is either an audience or just a large group of people who you really inspired, who you really motivated to also pursue their own dreams, to also find and or create their own 10 of Cups. I was mentioning how it's possible that some of you have like this mission that your soul set out to accomplish in this lifetime. And I did take a moment to speak about how a mission can be fulfilled in various ways. So I feel like whatever career path or profession or life direction you choose to take, you are going to be positively impacting a lot of people. So whether you are in the public eye or not, you are still going to impact several people. There is this deep sense of gratitude with the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. It's like, it's like this energy, they're really grateful. Why am I getting choked up? That rarely happens. But this energy is really grateful. They're so grateful to you that you never gave up on yourself, that you chose to continue moving forward, because that allowed them to meet you. And they are so extremely grateful to have crossed paths with you. I know it sounds over the top, but I do feel like you guys helped change the lives of a lot of people. And this could have been done by helping these people change their perspective or their view in lives, or by simply being an inspiration, a motivation. You might not have been the sole reason for which they turned their life around, but you definitely are or will be a huge influence in that change or shift. Because we create the changes ourselves. People can inspire us, but it's up to us to create those changes. And I feel like you will inspire a lot of people to, get on this chariot, become the charioteer of their own life, and move towards the 6 of Wands and 10 of Cups energy. Looking at the 6 of Wands, we have someone who has graduated. So like I mentioned, some of you might choose to be teachers or mentors, guides, and this could be you helping a lot of people pursue their education or find out what their own life purpose is or what their own passions are. You could be guiding a lot of people towards their 10 of Cups. Yeah, and I feel like they're all coming through, you know, future them is coming through to let present you know, thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for never giving up on yourself. Thank you for living courageously, authentically, and with integrity. Thank you. And I'm also getting this message of we're so excited. We're so very excited for you to move towards your own 10 of Cups. We're so very excited for you to see how we see you, which is someone amazing. This is the message that came to mind, which is someone worthwhile, which is someone out of this world. So precious, so unique. Yeah, but these are all the messages I am seeing with these cards. I would like to point out some important dates or time frames. We have the Chariot, which also came out for group 1, by the way, in a different spot. But Cancer season, or more specifically the month of July, could be of significance. Now that I take a closer look, we have consecutive numbers. We have 5, 6, and 7. So from May to July, that could be an important window of time. And I noticed we have 3 birds and the breath card, so the number 3. Things could be happening in the span of 3 months. Yeah. Okay, but those are all the messages I am seeing with these cards. So now to wrap up this reading, I'm going to pull out one last oracle card from this homemade deck that contains quotes from the animated series Adventure Time. So, those are too many cards to receive any last messages from Spirit. Those are too many cards, Spirit. Okay. Thank you. And we have, like, being okay with everybody making mistakes around me. Like, mind my own stuff more. And this was said by the character Princess Bubblegum. I feel like pulling out one more card. If you hear squawking noise, there, that noise, it's my neighbor's feather buddies. Yeah, they have a macaw and various parakeets and parrots. And I do notice birds showed up for you guys, so birds could be of importance as well. They could be how your spirit guides or your higher self come through for you guys. Okay. So this one flipped over. This is the one I'm going to take. Humor is the highest form of intelligence. I feel like this goes hand in hand with the 5 of Vessels Ecstasy card. I feel like this is saying you have the power to uplift your spirits. Like, I don't know where this message is coming through, but I feel like your higher self is reminding you that you are hilarious. That you have an amazing sense of humor, that you can really crack yourself up. So if you ever need a good laugh, you can turn inwards to really lift your mood and lift your spirits. I feel like laughing really helps you guys with cleansing, recentering, grounding, and just feeling better emotionally, as well as with helping to clear your mind. Yeah, but those are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you some guidance and clarity. I hope I did your spirit guides, your higher self, and this energy over here justice. But if you enjoyed this reading and if you feel called to do so, then please leave a like or a comment. If you are new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching till the very end, and thanks to all of you who took a moment to watch the advertisements. That is the most simplest way to support me and to support this channel, so I truly appreciate it. Yes, but that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on when you're watching this video. And until the next moment, bye bye. Hola seekers who chose group 3, the Rose Quartz, bienvenidos to your reading, where you are going to receive 3 different messages, one coming from your spirit guides, the second message will be from your higher self, and the last message will be from any being of light who wishes to communicate with you at this moment. So for example, this could be an archangel, a loved one who is on the other side, or it could possibly even be the higher self of someone who is currently physically incarnated in this lifetime. And all of these messages are intended to answer the question, what is it that they are trying to tell you? So what is it that your spirit guides, your higher self, and or this being of light has been trying to tell you? Now, if you haven't listened to the introduction yet, I do recommend for you to do so because it is there where I explain and go over a few examples of how you can utilize this reading in more than one way. Okay, but with that being said, let's get right into your messages. As always, I will begin your reading with an intuitively channeled message and then I'll move right into the cards. Now, one of the things that I noticed as soon as I connected with the energy of this group is that I began to feel very spacey. I have come to realize that I tend to get this way when there are several messages that are coming through at once, or when I am connecting with a specific energy or being that has a lot to say. Yep, I keep spacing out. So I do feel like you guys have been receiving a lot of information and or messages from spirit. Now this could be through signs, synchronicity, symbols, through dreams, but I also feel it has been through downloads. So I do get the feeling that the majority of you who chose this group have been bombarded with messages from spirit, and I mostly feel it is from your higher self. I do feel like your higher self has been trying to prepare you for some type of leveling up or upgrade or transition, transformation that you will soon be experiencing. Because I did notice that when connecting with the energy of this group, I felt it was a mix of nervousness and excitement. It's kind of that feeling you get when you know that something major is about to happen, but you don't know what. And if you have been feeling this, then you can take this as confirmation that yes, you are picking up on the energy of change. Now, I would like to share that a song did come to mind when connecting with this group's energy, and the song was Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. So if you have been hearing this song a lot, or you find yourself humming the melody or reciting the lyrics, you can take this as a confirmation that you chose the right group, and you can also take this as a confirmation that hearing this song a lot, be it in real life or even in your mind, is not a coincidence. It is a song that either your spirit guides, your higher self, or this being of light has been using to try and communicate something to you. But either way, whether you have heard this song a lot recently or not, I do still recommend for you to maybe take a listen to the song or read through the lyrics, especially if you feel called to do so, because there might be a message there meant for you guys. But overall, for this group, I do feel like spirit uses music to communicate with you. Now, there was a few lines from the song that really stood out to me, because those were the ones that came to mind, which was the line turnaround. Now, this could be Spirit's way of letting you know that things will soon be turning around, and they will be turning around in your favor, especially if you feel like things haven't been looking that good for you. Now, this turnaround could be about your life in general, or it could be about a specific area of life or a specific situation. It is whatever you have been the most concerned about or have been hoping for a positive shift. Now, I also feel like Spirit with the phrase turnaround is trying to convey that it's time to perceive yourself in a new light. To me, it feels like you guys are about to experience, it could be sort of like an awakening, but the word that is coming to mind is an opening, sort of like an explosion. It's like you're about to experience your true inner power, your inner magic. I feel like at this moment, you guys don't even have a clue how powerful you are. One of the messages that came to mind, and I'm not sure whether it will resonate for everyone, maybe it isn't for everyone, but the message that did come to mind is you will soon experience your inner witch. So this could be speaking about a spiritual or even psychic awakening where you are going to realize and come to understand all of your innate psychic abilities or powers. How intuitive you are, how great of a manifester you are, how connected to spirit you are, how connected to Mother Gaia you are, to the elements. Yeah, I feel like sort of like group 2, I get this vibe of experiencing and or embodying your inner divine goddess. Yeah, I get sort of like this divine goddess energy, which might be the reason why I was feeling like it was your higher self who was coming through the strongest for you guys, and who could be possibly the one that has been trying to reach out to you, has been the one sending you all of these messages. Because it's like your higher self is giving you a heads up that soon you will be aligning with her, him, them, with your higher self. Soon you will be embodying your highest self. Now, there was one last message that did come to mind, which was the word me. But it came through in a tone of surprise. Sort of like, me? Really? It's me? So I get the feeling that there is something that you guys have been wanting or longing for, but you have had trouble believing that it is meant for you, or that you could have this or manifest this. The vibe I got from it, it's sort of like finding out that you are the chosen one. Like maybe you daydreamed about it, maybe you fantasized about it, but you never really expected it to be the truth. And now, seeing that it is your truth, you're a bit taken aback. Like, really? It's me? Me? So I feel like Spirit, especially your higher self, has been super eager and excited to let you know that you have been chosen. Either you have been chosen for something that you really wanted, or they are eager to show you or confirm to you that you are meant for something, or you are meant to come into alignment with something or someone. Like, it is you. It has always been you, and it will always be you. It is meant to be you. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards. Hopefully we'll get more information or detailed information in regards to what all of this is about. But first I will begin by pulling out a tarot and oracle card to receive messages from your spirit guides. So I will start off with the oracle deck. And this is the Love and Magic Oracle deck, I believe. So let's see. Okay, so 2 cards fell out together. And we have, it's important to get fresh air daily. Get outside, look up, move around in it, and breathe deep. It's interesting. We have 2 bunnies here. One is black and one is white. Whenever I see this shade and this color, I think of duality. I think of yin and yang, of balance. And then we have a rainbow here in the background. Rainbows remind me of the 10 of Cups in the tarot, which is a card of joy, of emotional fulfillment, of happiness, bliss, and hope. Okay, but we also have release the need to figure out your life purpose. Every step you take will help your purpose find you. So interesting. I love how we have this person who is holding, I believe, is a torch. And there is this connection between the torch and the sun. So you are being guided every step of the way. You can never go astray. You are always connected to source. The more you allow yourself to experience and become open to the natural progression and unfoldment of things, the less resistance you will find and the more clarity you will have. It's like the road will open itself to you. Yeah, because I feel like the sun is representing source or your calling, your passion, and it is this that is calling you in. So as long as you are open to getting to know yourself more, to discovering what your true passions are, then you give permission for source to guide you and lead you towards your soul's or heart's desires. It's like you will naturally gravitate towards it. But as you're moving towards it, you will experience various things that might not be exactly what you wanted, but they are things that are along the way. So in order to get to your desired outcome, you must go through these things first. So if you feel like you don't have it all figured out right now, Spirit is saying, don't worry. You don't have to. Not knowing everything or having it all figured out doesn't mean that you're lost, doesn't mean that you're wandering. It means that you're right where you need to be. It means that you're on the right path. Because at this moment, you are not meant to know everything. This image is also giving me that feeling of when you're picking up on the energy of change, like something is about to happen, I'm about to experience something major, but I don't know what. I just feel this calling to keep moving forward or possibly to simply stay still. You know, oftentimes when we feel unmotivated or when we don't feel inspired to take any form of action, that is not a sign of us being lazy. That is not a sign of stagnation. It's simply a result of us following our inner guidance. Because it's very possible that if we're not inspired to take any action, it's because we're not meant to take any action at this moment. It is best for us to be still, because any action at that point would be forced action. So if you feel that to be your case at this moment, where you're not moving forward or you're kind of confused as to where to go, maybe your spirit guides have been reassuring you that this moment is a time for either introspection, contemplation, or possibly just rest. That when it's time to move forward, you will know because you will feel inspired to do so. So I just feel like with this card, your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that all is well, that you are on the right path, that things are progressing as they were meant to, that nothing is amiss, and that you are not lost and you are not wandering. And that soon things will become clearer and clearer to you. Not everything is going to be revealed to you in one go, but things will become clearer as your path unfolds in front of you. Now, with this message, it's important to get fresh air daily. Your spirit guides have also been trying to encourage you to, this message came to mind, get out of your head a little bit more. Maybe some of you have been up in your head trying to figure things out or doing your best to plan your future. And your guides acknowledge your efforts, but it's possible that they are noticing how doing all of this is causing you even more stress or is confusing you even more. So they're saying, clear your mind by going outside. Clear your mind by getting fresh air. With the message move around, I do feel like they are encouraging you to move your body a bit more. Movement helps the energy flow, and it also helps us get back into our bodies, helps us ground. And that is especially helpful when we are up in our heads. Because when we are up in our heads, we are not in our bodies. And when we are not in our bodies, it is very difficult to connect with our environment, to connect with others, to be present. And I feel like, with this imagery of nature, your spirit guides, they come through or communicate with you through nature. So if they are encouraging you to go outside, it's because it is outside where you will feel the most connected to your spirit guides. Because it's possible that your spirit guides might come through in the form of animals or plants or like natural manifestations like a rainbow. And they really want to show you that you are not alone. They really want to remind you that they are here with you every step of the way. And they really want to bless you through a lot of natural miracles. That's kind of the message I'm getting. Like whenever you feel down or you're hoping for a miracle, they want to show you a rainbow. Whenever you want reassurance or a sign that things are going to get better, they want to show you a butterfly or a beautiful flower, a heart-shaped cloud. I also feel like animals are messengers from your spirit guides. You guys might have a lot of spirit animals on your spirit team. Yeah, so that is why I feel your spirit guides are really encouraging you to go outside. And if you're homebodies, you're indoor people just like me, there is nothing wrong with that. But spending a few hours or even a few minutes outside will really help shift things around for you guys. Yeah, I did mention nature in the intuitively channeled message. Discovering and understanding your connection with Mother Gaia, with the elements. Yeah, so you might find something interesting about yourself through being outside, through being in nature. Okay, but I'm going to pull out a tarot card now. I'm noticing a lot of purple flowers here, so purple flowers might be of significance. It might be how your spirit guides come through for you guys. So whenever you see purple flowers, that might be your spirit guides saying hello or letting you know that they are coming through with a message for you. Ooh, and we have the Emperor, and this is the 4th card in the tarot deck. So the Emperor is associated with the zodiac sign Aries. So if you happen to be an Aries sun, moon, or rising, or you have Aries predominant in your chart, then this might be serving as confirmation. But if not, do not worry. This card is simply here to let you know that your spirit guides have your back. The Emperor represents stability, dependability, protectiveness, structure. The Emperor is someone who is of authority, but who doesn't use their power to elevate themselves or to put others down. And I feel like the Emperor is your spirit guide's way of letting you know, we will do anything for you. We are here to protect you. We are with you every step of the way. And it's so interesting how we have a gorilla to represent the Emperor, because gorillas are so powerful. They are very protective of their family, of their troop. So your spirit guides are a protective bunch. They won't let any harm come to you. And I feel like they are very, very respectful of your free will and of your soul's desires. So there is this concept that I resonate with. So I will share it with you guys. If you resonate with it, then great. And if not, then you can definitely just let it be. But before we incarnate, our souls can agree to go through certain experiences, meet or get involved with other souls of certain people in order to learn certain lessons, in order to grow, to heal, to evolve, etc. And so whatever your soul agreed to do, experience, come into contact with, or get involved with in this lifetime, your spirit guides know about it and they respect it. So they are not going to get in the way of your soul's agreements. What they can and what they will do is assist you to fulfill those agreements. So, some experiences or lessons are very tough and hard, and our soul might know the purpose for why we are going through all of this and why they agree to go through all of this, but our human mind, our human self might not comprehend it. And so we might ask our spirit guides to get us out of these situations, experiences, or lessons And when we don't see any response from them, we might assume or think that our spirit guides don't have our back, or that they have forgotten about us, or something along those lines. But that is just far from the truth. The reason why they're not intervening in the way that we hope they would is because they know what we are not aware of. They know that our soul possibly signed up for this, and they are respecting our soul's agreements. So if you ask for them to get you out of a situation, and what you receive in return is synchronicities or signs that you associate with comfort or reassurance, then that could be your spirit guide's way of letting you know, we cannot intervene in this situation, yet what we can do is let you know that things are going to be all right. And so it is their way of sending you all the support through reassurance, to let you know that everything is going to be all right. Now, the Emperor is a card that I do associate with stability because it is the number 4, which is a number I associate with stability, security, and protection, as well as healing. So another thing that your spirit guides have been trying to tell you is that you will have, or you will find stability, security in your life, especially if that is something that you have been seeking or striving for. They are telling you that you will either become this emperor yourself, or you will come into union with an emperor-like person. So someone who can provide you with this stability and security. Or this could be both, You are an emperor and you are coming into union with someone who also has these emperor-like qualities. Like I said, the emperor represents authority. So this could also be signifying you reaching a level of authority, or you being respected by others, or being someone that others look up to. So your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that all your efforts and your hard work, especially in terms to career, job, creative projects or passion projects, they are going to pay off. Also your studies, your education, they are going to pay off. They are trying to tell you that you are going to reach a high level of authority or standing or status. Because the Emperor also makes me think of reaching financial success, or the very least financial stability, where you don't have to worry about money, in other words. Yeah, and I do feel like for those of you who are practicing a skill or a craft, you are going to be known as someone who is a master of their craft, or someone who is the best at what they do, or one of the best. Yeah, and I also feel like with the Emperor, your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that they are safeguarding your dreams. Dreams that you have that at this point seem maybe impossible to you, they are saying, okay, don't worry. If it's difficult for you to believe in these dreams right now, don't worry. We'll take care of them. We'll keep them safe for you. While you deal with what you have to deal with, learn the lessons that you have to learn, walk the paths that you have to walk to start believing again, or to gain the courage to pursue these dreams or make them a reality. While you do all that, we'll safeguard your dreams, because we know how important they are to you. So when you're ready to hold them again, they'll be here for you. I also feel like this is speaking about self. Like your spirit guides want you to know, if you find it difficult to believe in yourself, don't worry, because we believe in you. We will always support you. Sometimes it's hard for one to believe in themselves, to provide that self-support. But when there are other people around us who believe in us, who encourage us, who love us unconditionally, it can help a lot. It can help keep us up while we're struggling to stand on our own 2 feet. And so your spirit guides, what they have been trying to tell you is, you never have to worry about falling, because we will always be there to support you. We will always be there to keep you up. And it's okay. It's okay if you get tired. It's okay if you want to take a rest. If things get hard sometime, it's okay. Don't worry, because we will be here. We will be your back support. We will be your seat rest. We will be your foundation, and we will never, ever let this foundation break. I mean, they are determined. They are determined. Your spirit guides are strong-willed, and I will say that they are also super vigilant. Like, they will defend you. They will protect even your dreams. If you ask them to, they will keep the nightmares away. Yeah, they love you so much. They are loyal to you. That's what I get from the Emperor. Just this immense loyalty towards you. And it's this unconditional love. Like, they are willing and wanting to be here for you for no other reason but that it is you. Yeah. And I know that there's also this concept that our spirit guides can change over time depending on what we're going through and what we need. But I feel like the ones who are coming through for you guys here are the spirit guides who have been with you since the very beginning. It's like maybe they were meant to be with you for a while, but as soon as they met you, they became so involved and so loyal and committed to you that they decided to stay. And so these are spirit guides that are staying with you for the long term. They want you to know, maybe we weren't with you from the very beginning, but you can rest assured that we will be with you till the end. And they also want to let you know, as long as you're committed to your dreams, to your goals, we're committed to. And we'll make this happen. We will make this happen for you. Yeah, I feel like when these spirit guides have a green light, like when they can, or when you give them permission to intervene or to help you out and they can, they will move mountains for you. And it's interesting because we have mountains in the background. They will move mountains for you. They will reroute the course of rivers for you to make the path a lot easier for you. It's like they will nudge the right people or the right opportunities in your direction. No wonder I was feeling so spacey at the beginning, because this is such a very intense and powerful energy. It can be a little bit like in your face if they want to be. So maybe that's why I was feeling a bit spacey, because their presence is so powerful. Okay, but now I'm going to move onto your higher self, see what messages your higher self has for you guys. And I will start off by pulling out a tarot card. Whoops, this one always flies off frame. Okay, so let us see. Ooh! So those one flipped over quite quickly. So we have the Six of Stones with exploitation, and this is the Six of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And we have the Seven of Arrows with insecurity, and this is the Seven of Swords in traditional tarot. And now I'm going to pull out a clarifying card. Those are too many cards. And then we have, okay, so I think I'm going to put these cards back, but I just want to share with you which ones fell out and flipped over. So we have mystery, intuition, direction, and look at this card. It didn't fall out, but it flipped over. It's peeking out over here. We have the magician. Okay, but I'm going to have a go at this again. One card, please. Okay, that one flew out. Oh, perfect. And we have Rise. Okay. And I don't know why I felt called to share the card at the back of the deck, which is Home. Okay. Okay. Remember how when I first shuffled the deck, the magician didn't fall out. It was simply peeking out. I feel like that is representing you guys' energy. You are the magician. Remember in the intuitively channeled message how I was going on about you exploring your inner witch, you exploring your various psychic and or magical abilities. I felt super called to refer to you guys as the magician, that you were about to discover that you are indeed the magician. But I held back for whatever reason. And now, soaking all of this in, it wasn't for whatever reason. There was a reason for me holding back and describing you guys as the magician. I feel like you guys, either this is your current energy, or this is an energy of the past, or this is an energy that you are currently leaving behind. But for the sake of this reading, I'm going to speak in present tense, okay? To not confuse myself. So I feel like you guys tend to hold back a lot, especially when it comes to your talents, your skills, your abilities, your value, your worth. I get this feeling of someone who is constantly finding ways to undermine themselves. With the Six of Pentacles, I know this is not the meaning of this card, but all I keep thinking about is the word or the phrase self-sabotage. And this self-sabotage, it sort of feels like self-gaslighting, like undermining your needs, your concerns, your worries, making it seem like what you feel, what you think, what you have, who you are is non-important. I know that's a very heavy energy, but that's kind of what I'm getting, especially with the Seven of Arrows with insecurity, because whenever I look at this card, immediately I think of self-victimization. Because let me explain why. The individual we see in this card, she is the green woman of this tarot deck. The green woman is the Empress, counterpart to the Emperor. And the green woman, she represents feminine energy. She, to me, represents Mother Gaia. Mother Gaia is life. She is creation. She is a goddess. Being a goddess, these arrows here, they're nothing. They cannot hurt her. Yet in this image, she is making it as if they do. Even this posture, it sort of looks like the damsel in distress. She's even standing on this rock that sort of feels like she's standing on this stage, playing this role of a damsel in distress. So your higher self has been trying to tell you that you are the Empress. You are not powerless. You are so powerful. Your soul, your inner being wants to keep showing up as the magician, but there is a part of you that keeps resisting that. And I feel like your higher self has been trying to tell you it's okay to be the magician. It's okay to show up as the Empress. Be the Empress that you are. You don't have to be afraid of your true power. With the Rise card here, it's almost like your higher self has been telling you. And remember, I was mentioning in the intuitively channeled message how I felt like it was your higher self that was predominantly coming through because they were trying to prepare you for a leveling up, for an upgrade, for a transition, a transformation. And I feel like that is confirmed with the Rise card. It's like your higher self has been trying to tell you it's time to break free. It's time to break free. It's time to spread your wings and take flight. There will be no more of downplaying yourself. No more of that. And if this whole self-victimization, if this whole self-sabotaging, self-gaslighting maybe, putting yourself down has been enabled by others' mistreatment of you, harsh opinions or judgments, I feel like your higher self has been trying to encourage you to walk away from these situations, or at the very least not give these so much power. Because arrows represent communication. They represent thoughts. So these arrows could be representing your own thoughts about yourself, your own negative perception about yourself. These could even be representing like negative self-talk behavior, but they could also be representing opinions of others, what others think of you, or what you assume others think of you. So these arrows could also be representing assumptions, and they are assumptions that are hurting you. But most importantly, that you are allowing for them to keep hurting you. Because see where she's standing? It feels like a hot spot. It feels like this is the place where all these arrows are targeting, are being aimed at. If she were just to step off of this rock, she will no longer be the target. And so maybe there is an environment that is no longer or has never been healthy for you. Maybe there has been this exploitation where people or a situation or an environment is taking too much from you, and that is depleting you. That is making you feel or think that you are powerless. The word powerless, the word in it of itself, we have powerless, less power. The more energy that is being sucked away from you, it feels like you're being drained of your power. So this is a call from your higher self to reclaim your power, to set yourself free. Now, I do feel like going a little hard with this one. That's the way it's coming through. Yes, this could be a situation in which your environment or your relationships are unhealthy or are affecting you in a negative way. Yet, I don't want to discard the possibility that this negative effects could also be a result of your own actions, of your own mind frame. Because I do get this strong feeling of self-sabotaging tendencies. I do get this strong feeling of self-victimization, of someone who is constantly putting themselves down. And yes, it could have been a result of being put down by others, but by this point, it feels like this hurt is mostly coming from someone's own actions. Yeah, the feeling I get with these two cards, it's like there is so much abundance here. It's like you are abundant. You have so many talents, so many skills, or you have so much knowledge, so much wisdom. You have so much going on for you. But what you present to the world or what you make yourself believe is that your cup is empty. It's like the truth is that the cup is overflowing, but someone keeps making it seem as the cup is empty. And that invalidates the true nature and essence of the cup, which is a full overflowing cup. So I do feel like your higher self often comes through for you guys when you are starting to put yourself down. It's like they come through whenever you are engaging in a negative tendency, a self-harming habit or action. So for example, if you are engaging in negative self-talk, your higher self comes through at that moment. They come through to either alert you to this, help you realize that you're engaging with this negative habit, or they stop you. It's like, it's kind of strange. It's like, for example, let's say you are starting to think negatively about yourself or putting yourself down with your thoughts, and you're about to go down this dark rabbit hole. But before you can go any deeper, a book falls out of nowhere and the sound pulls you out of your thoughts. It stops you from going down this rabbit hole. It's sort of that feeling. Like they either come through to alert you about what you're doing, to gently remind you to stop, to move in a different direction, or they interrupt you. Yeah, this to me feels like a wake-up call. Like your higher self has been trying to help you see what habits, what tendencies, what actions are holding you back and are causing you harm in some way or the other. Or what in your life, in your environment is not conducive to your growth and to your well-being and to your health. And it's so interesting because with this card, I was speaking about duality and I was speaking about how it reminds me of the polar energies, yin and yang. So definitely, I feel like you guys you have both the Emperor and the Empress in you. You can embody both of these energies, the masculine and the feminine, but you are also the counterpart to the Emperor. Remember how I said that this Emperor could be representing you, or it could be representing someone that you will come into union with? You are meant to be a power couple with someone. And you are already this Empress. You see, she is the Empress. But at this point in the insecurity card, she is forgetting who she is. And remember, the Emperor and the Empress doesn't have to do with gender or sex. It's more of the energy, that masculine and feminine energy. And in the intuitively channeled message, I did mention like a divine goddess-like energy, divine feminine energy. It's time to embody your divine feminine, be empowered by your divine feminine. It's time to rise into your power. Remember how I mentioned an opening or an explosion? Like, you guys don't have to become, like you already are. You just need to allow yourself to be. That's all that your higher self has been trying to let you know and has been trying to remind you. You already are everything that you want to be. Everything that you seek to become, you already are. The reason why you feel like you aren't this individual yet is because you think you're not. You keep finding reasons, you keep finding ways to disprove that you are this powerful, that you are the magician, that you are the Empress or the Emperor or both, or that you are the counterpart to the Emperor. And your higher self is like, stop, please stop, because this is hurting us. And this is not your truth. And we are going to work, this is coming from your higher self, we are going to work together to get out of these tendency, habits, environments, or possibly even relationships, to start standing more in our Empress energy. Because I feel like your higher self understands that it's not so easy to simply shift your narrative. So they are saying to you, I get it, but we need to start somewhere. And we're going to work together to shift this narrative little by little. And we're going to practice more of that self-empowerment to build that confidence, to build that self-love. We are going to break away from self-limited beliefs and from this pain, because this is coming from a space of pain and hurt. And we can become accustomed to pain and hurt. Even if it's uncomfortable, it can become a comfort zone. And getting out of our comfort zone is not such a very easy task, because it's letting go of the familiarity and stepping into the unknown. And that can be scary for some. But your higher self has been trying to let you know that it is possible and that it is time. And if you have been working through this, I feel like this is encouragement that you are breaking out of this, because we do have the Rise card. Like, you are making progress. You have been making progress. I feel like the Rise card is also representing a rise in your success, like a rise of recognition. Yeah, because the Six of Pentacles, especially in this deck, this can represent being taken for granted, being underappreciated. But having the Rise card here, it feels like all of that is going away. It's sort of like the more you start seeing yourself, the more you start seeing your innate value and worth, no one outside of you can undermine you. I see you gaining freedom, I see you gaining independence, but I also see you gaining recognition. And when I mean freedom, I do feel freedom in every sense. Like freedom in terms to you feeling free to express who you are, you being free to live your life, live your own lifestyle. Independence is also making me think of financial independence. And I also get the feeling with the Rise card that by this point, there is no more suppressing of what your needs are, of what your dreams are. You are allowing yourself to dream big and pursue those dreams. Yeah, remember how with the Emperor I mentioned that this was confirming and reassuring you that you will be reaching a level of success or high status? That's what I feel with the Rise card. Like, people are going to be looking up to you, or looking for you, or looking at you, like in a positive way. We have the sun rising here in the background, illuminating this person, putting him in the spotlight. It's like all eyes are on you, but in a positive way. It's like admiration is what I get with the Rise card. You are rising to the top. You are rising above all of this pain. You are rising above the challenges. Yeah, I feel like your higher self has been trying to tell you it's time. It's your time. Take it. Don't be afraid to receive. Don't try to look for reasons why you are worthy of what you are receiving and will be receiving. Your worth and your value is inherent. You don't have to prove it. You know, I do want to mention that some of you guys might be dealing with or struggling with or working through some mental health issues. If so, again, the Rise card is saying you will rise above this. This won't be an obstacle anymore. Like, it won't be something that can hold you back anymore, and it will not. Yeah, those are all the messages I see with these cards. But now I am going to pull out some cards to receive messages coming from a being of light who wishes to communicate with you at this moment or has been trying to communicate with you. And I will do my very best to feel into the energy to find out who it is that is coming through for you guys. Okay, so we have Justice in reverse with the key terms injustice, corruption, and lack of accountability. For our clarifying card, okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles with number 27, the dog, and it did fall out in reverse, so that is how I'm going to take it. So the number 27 really stood out to me, so this could be a significant number. Some of you might actually be 27 or turning 27. If so, then feel called to take this as confirmation, or this could be an indicator that the age 27 could be an important time in your life. Or if you're already past the age 27, maybe something significant, like a major life event or transition or change happened when you turned 27 or when you were 27 years of age. Yeah, but with the Justice card being in reverse, I feel like the being of light that is coming through for you guys is someone who is currently not physically incarnated in this lifetime. This could be someone that was incarnated in this lifetime at some point, but is now in the ethers. So this could be a loved one who is on the other side. But for some, this could be someone that you didn't get to meet in this lifetime. I do feel like they were incarnated in this 3D at some point, but you didn't get to meet them or interact with them at all or as much. But I also get the feeling that this could be an ancestor of yours. And you know what? Having the doggy here, this could even be an animal companion that is currently on the other side. So you had an animal companion that passed away. This could be them coming through. But the Justice card is associated with the zodiac sign Libra. So this person could have been a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or maybe you shared a significant experience or moment with them during Libra season. But I feel like the Justice card showing up in reverse, this being of light shows up for you guys to give you a heads up about something. Because the doggy makes me think of loyalty and protection and how animals are so sensitive. They can easily pick up on when something doesn't feel right or things are a bit sketchy. They have the ability to sense the true intentions or the current energy, vibe of a person or an environment. So I do feel like this being of light has been trying to tell you that something or someone you're interacting with is messing with your peace. The Four of Pentacles, we have the 4 showing up again. When the 4 of Pentacles is upright, it can also talk about possessiveness, greed, control, and maybe even obsession. So it being in reverse, I feel like this being of light is trying to tell you there is something in your life that it's best to let go of it. Or that by this point, you are being advised to let go of it. Now, as mentioned previously, this could be a relationship a connection, this could be a habit, a tendency, or this could be an environment. I keep noticing this message, lack of accountability, and I feel like that's kind of the overall vibe that was coming through with the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Arrows, like a need to take accountability. So this being of light could also be addressing the same things that your higher self is trying to address to you. Overall, with all these messages, there's so much protective energy coming through. Your spirit guides, your higher self, this being of light, they are so very protective of you. They are simply looking for you to be healthy, for you to be safe, for you to be secure, for you to be standing on sturdy, firm foundations. Like, they really want to cut all the BS from your life. Yeah, I feel like this being of light has been trying to tell you that there's a lack of balance somewhere. Because the doggy is showing up here, and the Justice card that does speak about partnerships and relationships. There could be a relationship in your life or a connection that it's not mutual, and it's not mutually beneficial. I'm even getting kind of like one-sided. Someone is taking too much. So with the doggy showing up here, I feel like this being of light is simply asking you to not ignore the red flags, as they say, and not ignore your intuition and your gut feeling, especially your gut feeling. I do recall I was feeling a bit nervous and anxious at the beginning, and I couldn't really pinpoint what it was all about. So I feel like this being of light is saying, use your discernment. This is where it could be a little difficult, because since I was getting kind of this self-sabotaging tendencies, sometimes what is safe, what is secure, can feel unstable to us because it's unfamiliar. Because we've become so used to chaos that peace feels unfamiliar, and because it's unfamiliar, it feels scary, it feels unsafe. So this is where discernment will be helpful. And I do feel like you are being encouraged to practice more of that, because it's important to discern when is your gut feeling speaking to you, and when is, like this trauma or these negative self-beliefs getting in the way. If you do happen to have an animal companion currently with you, I feel like this being of light comes through in your animal companion. But I also feel like animals, like I said, animals in general will be a huge sign for you guys. And I feel like this being of light comes through animals as well. Like your spirit guides and this being of light comes through animals. And you know what? With this protective energy, this being of light could also be part of your spirit team. Like, could be a spirit guide of yours. Though I get the feeling that this energy here, they are with you, but it's like they mostly come through when they need to give you a heads up about something, or they need to remind you to look after yourself, to take care of yourself, or when you're facing some form of injustice in your life. That is when this being of light comes through for you guys. Yeah, I just feel overall all of these beings here of light and love, they want the best for you, and they want for you to want the best for yourself, and to truly believe that you deserve the best, and that you are worthy, and that you are enough, and that you matter. Your dreams matter. Your well-being matters. And that you do deserve stability, security, recognition, fairness, equality, respect. You are worthy of respect. You don't need to win it. You don't need to prove that you're worthy of it. If anyone ever made you feel that you had to prove it or you had to win it, they were most likely coming from a space of pain rather than love. And you guys deserve all the love. That is your inherent right. Okay, but I already pointed it out, but I want to point it out again. We do have repeated force. So you might be seeing repeated force. Whenever you do see repeated force, take this as a sign. Well, if you resonate with it, take it as a sign that you are being looked after, that your spirit guides are just right there with you. This being of light is right there with you. Whenever I see repeated force, I know that angels are around. I know that I'm being divinely protected and divinely guided. Especially when you see repeated force, that might be your spirit guides coming through, or this being of light coming through for you guys. In terms to time frames or significant dates, like I said, the Emperor is associated with Aries season, so Aries season might be of significance, especially the month of April. And I do notice we have consecutive numbers with 6 and 7. So the window of June to July might be of significance, and that's making me think of Cancer season. So Cancer season might be of importance as well. Yeah, okay. But now to wrap up this reading, I'm going to pull out one last card, and this is from this homemade deck that contains quotes from the animated series Adventure Time. So let's see. Let's receive any last messages that Spirit may have for you guys. Those are too many. Ooh, those are too many, you guys. Let's get at least one card. So this one, those are too many. Okay, let me try one more time. How many? Okay, 2 fell out. I'll take these. So we have, this is a conversation between the two main characters, Finn and Jake. So Finn says, "Don't you call sweatpants give up on life pants?" And Jake says, "I do, because peeps need to respect themselves when they leave the house, even if it's just for ice cream or toilet paper or whatevs." Yeah, I feel like all of these messages were encouraging self-respect, self-empowerment, self-love, self-worth. Yeah, but there we have it. And lastly, we have, "Your imagination lets you see the world how it could be." And this was said by the character Elmo. Okay, I felt this gut feeling, this inkling to pull out one more card, so I'm gonna do that. Felt it very strongly. So let's see. There, perfect. And it was one card. Okay. Interesting. "I lack the imagination to think outside my collective programming. I can only see the world as it is." And this was said by the character Elmo. I felt a bit of frustration when reading this message. I feel like this is the narrative you tell yourself. And this is what your spirit guides, your higher self, this being of light, has been trying to tell you, that your imagination lets you see the world how it could be. And I feel like this is your response. Like, this is your limited self-beliefs response to this message. And this is the narrative that is holding you back. This is the story that is keeping you from thinking outside of your current programming. Okay, but those are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. I hope I did your spirit guides, your higher self, and this being of light justice. Yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, and if you feel called to do so, then please leave a like or a comment. If you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and thanks to all of you who took a moment to watch the advertisements. That is the most simplest way to support me and to support this channel, so I truly appreciate it. Yes, but that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on when you're watching this video. And until the next moment, bye bye.